if I was in a simulation and this shit says start over, I'd have chose somebody crazy. I'd have been Kanye and said even worse shit. Y'all know how y'all be like, he made Through the Wire, he made College Dropout. I'd have put that shit in College Dropout. Space is way scarier than you think. Prove it. Prove it.
On February 7th, 1984, 317 miles above Earth, Bruce McCandless pushed away from the space shuttle and into the history books, taking the largest first step in human history.
Nobody walked on the moon.
While Neil Armstrong's small step was a giant leap for mankind, Bruce McCandless's first test of the manned maneuvering unit was a plunge into infinity. Space is big. In size, obviously, but also in the way that it stirs our imaginations. The very concept of nothing is hard to fully process. And if space is anything, it's a whole lot of nothing. Potentially infinite nothingness. But at the same time, teeming with monstrous structures and energies beyond human comprehension. Filaments made up of thousands of clusters of galaxies, each with hundreds of billions of stars.
Yeah, space is one of them things that if you sit there and really think about it, you're going to be there forever. I don't really necessarily think too much into space. The water, I just believe there's some shit in there. But space, I always unfortunately limit the conversation. So this is an interesting video that now I'm watching like a full in-depth video about space. But the reason why I typically do is because space just has as he said, infinite possibilities. Now, there could just be some up there like these right now. Like you wouldn't know how, I mean, granted, not in the circumference that we can know, but you wouldn't know at some distance what's really out there.
Areas of space so dense and massive that
like Cthulhu could just be kicking it.
Break down. And yet, when
maybe
we look outside,
parallel Earth and
we see the very closest stars. All the rest of it is
fake
just
moon people.
Out there,
I'm trolling,
chat.
I don't really give a shit about
like an eldritch horror. And despite that, or maybe because of it,
I'm not saying
we
thought
feel
it was
inexplicably drawn to it. From our earliest days, we explored the infinite darkness, looking for meaning. We used the stars to navigate, to guide our planting of crops. We imprinted our gods and mythologies into the patterns we saw in them. We may not have known what was out there, but we knew it was important.
Sorry, I was processing. This is the worst shit that we've depicted from the fucking sky. Except Leo gang. Leo till I die.
We may not have known what was out there.
Till I die.
We invented eye-enhancing telescopes that reached through the darkness and found monstrous worlds we didn't even know existed. And now in the modern era, we've taken our first tentative steps into that void by packaging ourselves in suits and machines that simulate the conditions on Earth. And we can't survive in any of it.
Aww.
Our world, in this perspective, is a microscopic oasis in a never-ending inky void.
Okay.
As insignificant to the rest of the universe as a bacterium floating in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
That nigga had a sentence on him.
Astrophobia is the fear of space, or astronomical objects.
I don't have a fear of space, being said. I just think it'll just be infinite thoughts. So I'd just be like, what's the point? Because I'll just be sitting there wondering forever. And as much as I can learn, you'll never know the answer. And that kind of pisses me off. But I understand some things aren't supposed to frustrate you, but it kind of just does. I like figuring things out. I'm a perfectionist, and I wouldn't be able to perfect space, or at least I don't have the ambition to, so I just turn it off. But I don't have a fear of it. Fear like dying, but I accept that I'm gonna die. Fear like the water. But yeah, I don't have astrophobia, I would say.
Astro from the Greek astron, meaning star, and phobia from the Greek phobos, meaning fear. So technically astrophobia is the fear of stars, but we include space and celestial objects.
Yeah, we know what you mean.
Objects like, say, the Mars moon Phobos. We literally have an object in the solar system named Fear. If someone from the city who rarely sees stars goes to the country or dark sky territory, they might find the immensity of a fully lit night sky to be overwhelming, even nerve-rattling.
Right.
We might say that person has a touch of astrophobia. A believer in astrology might become nervous in the days when Mercury goes into retrograde. This could be considered astrophobia.
Type shit.
Or the old idea that people go mad under a full moon, turning them into lunatics.
The moon!
That's astrophobia. In the ancient times, comets were thought to be harbingers of disaster. In fact, that's where the word comes from. Disaster, bad star. But there's another type of astrophobia. One that's not specific to an object or a superstition, but something much deeper.
Talk to me.
A kind of cosmic existentialism. Have you ever laid in the grass on a clear night and just took in the sky?
No, I have allergies. No, I actually haven't. Pollen's kicking up over here, and it has been a bitch. I've actually not streamed a day. I think 2 days ago, because I had a DMS Sharingan in my eyes, chat. I wish I was bullshitting you, boy. And to my editing team, even they probably perceive it as bullshit, nigga. And shit, this shit was bad. I weren't going to no patient first, but nigga, my eyes was red as all shit. I was like, bro, I literally can't even go on stream because y'all gonna be like, yo, are you high? It was bad, bro. Y'all gonna be like, yo, are you good? And the answer was no. It was like breaking out a little bit, and all that. It was.
Let it wash over you and kind of become a part of it. A strange sensation
felt like I had
starts
cat
to come over
eyes.
you, that you're not actually looking up. You're looking down. Below you is a drop into an infinite void, and the only thing keeping you from falling is the fact that you're stuck to the ground by gravity. This shift in perspective is a bit of a transformative experience, and I recommend everybody to have it at some point in their lives.
Earth a big ass magnet. That's true.
Chemicals can help that along. Just saying. But that perspective is a bit more accurate. In space, there really is no up. There is no down. It's just out.
It is there.
In all directions. Forever. And the only thing keeping you from falling into it is this invisible force called gravity, which we still don't really understand.
Yep.
And it's a good thing, because if you were to ever go out in any of those forever directions, you'd be dead after 5 miles. That's it.
You would freeze. Well, here you would just not be able to breathe. But once that point, let's say you could breathe in space, you would freeze to death, heat up to death, like run into a star that's probably hotter than the sun. By the way, the sun's not the hottest star, not even close. It's just so many fucking things that could happen to you if you're just in space without control of your fucking body. Let alone would you just starve. It's bad.
That is as far as a human can go in that direction before we can't breathe anymore. 5 miles, 8 kilometers. You could walk that distance in a little over an hour. That's nothing. And everything beyond that will kill you.
Chat, how fast can you run a mile? Don't lie.
Indeed. We exist on a tiny sliver of space, on the surface of a tiny planet. And even in that sliver, we can only survive on land, which is only 29% of the total surface. And even on that land, only 43% of it is habitable.
630.
The rest will kill you
I like those out of you.
Oppressive heat, extreme cold, and choking
720.
forests. Earth can kill you in a million
14.
Different ways.
That's true.
You can
get your shit
dehydrate, drown, fall off a cliff, get hit by lightning.
What?
Consumed by fire.
What?
Consumed by a lion.
No.
Or a tiger.
No.
Or a bear.
No.
You could eat the wrong berry, or pet the wrong snake.
Oh, well.
Or get bitten by the wrong.
No. Pet the wrong snake, you deserve it. Pet the wrong snake, you deserve it.
Wrong bug. Or go to Australia.
Yeah.
You could get blown up by a volcano.
Huh?
Or breathe a toxic gas, catch a disease from a rat,
Fuck them.
or have a small number of blood cells clot up and travel to your brain.
Oh God, don't say that.
Just wait long enough.
Stop.
One way or the other, the Earth always wins.
Stop.
Nobody has ever survived Earth, and yet it's the only place in our solar system we can survive.
Type shit.
If you teleported to the surface of Mercury, you would lose consciousness within 20 seconds for lack of oxygen.
Damn.
In the vacuum of space, your skin would boil as gases in your blood flash into bubbles, like a carbonated soda. If you were teleported to the sun side, your body would bake on the 800-degree surface. If you're on the shadow side, it's immediate frostbite at negative 290 degrees.
Yep.
If you went to the surface of Venus, you wouldn't have time to suffocate from the lack of oxygen because you would immediately burst into flame from an 867-degree air temperature, while simultaneously being crushed by an atmospheric pressure 92 times higher than here on Earth.
Yeah, man, but I mean, I watch Dragon Ball, so a nigga like me, a nigga like me, hey, Lee, drop the weight, and I'm good. So I don't know about you. I can survive Venus.
Be like the Titan
I can survive Venus,
but
pussy.
on fire. On Mars, you might have a relatively warm day, but you'd still suffocate. There's only 1% of our air pressure there, and almost none of it is oxygen. So you get the worst case of the bends imaginable, and then pass out.
Phineas and Ferb might be the song goat. Random. Random take, man. Phineas and Ferb might be the song goat, bro.
Porting to the surface of Jupiter would be difficult because there's no real surface on Jupiter.
They might have
this thick
him, bro.
Atmosphere that gets thicker as
Then
you
you
go
got a
down
song about
until it
tying
turns into
shoes.
liquids and solids and states of matter we don't even understand. You would basically just fall until you were crushed into a diamond.
Yeah, I agree.
Somewhat the same thing on Saturn, but breathing the ammonia clouds would scorch your lungs first. Neptune and Uranus are so far away from the sun that the hydrogen atmosphere freezes solid. That's why they're called ice giants, which is what you would be within seconds of going there. At negative 371 degrees, your body doesn't freeze, it vitrifies.
Y'all already know, I don't like that cold shit. Send me to Venus. Fuck it. Send me to Venus. Sage, don't do the cold. I'm getting chilly down here already, but it was just like way too hot a couple seconds ago, so I turned my heat off when I went upstairs to change my shirt. But man, don't leave me alone. I wouldn't survive, but send me there anyway for fuck's sake. Oh, that's sad.
Basically turns into glass. Our sense of scale about space is completely skewed because you can't really image it.
Yeah.
To show it remotely at scale, you wouldn't really be able to see anything. It takes 8 minutes for light to travel from the sun to the Earth. It takes light about 8 hours to reach the outer edge of the Kuiper Belt and leave our solar system. So one light day is 3 times longer than the radius of our solar system.
How you know? You been there?
1 light year is 365 times that long.
Buzz.
Our closest star is 2.24 light years away. Polaris is around 450 light years away. The farthest star that you can see with the naked eye is V762 Cassiopeia, a supergiant star approximately 16,000 light years away.
Yeah, that's where Alien X and the Met locked.
While we're looking at the Milky Way, we sit about halfway between the center.
By the way, I know somebody's probably irritated that I'm like telling like quirky, corny, cringe ass jokes, but I'm actually fucking with this video. Let me be very clear. Some people apparently like I've learned that like my demeanor in videos, if I don't laugh at everything that's supposed to be funny or like glaze everything that's supposed to be smart, people think I'm like having a bad time. I'm having a good time with this video. I like this.
The edge. If we went to the
I'm
edge,
just gonna start stating that shit publicly.
28,000 light years, making the radius of the Milky Way about 50,000 light years.
Right.
Roughly 100,000 all the way across. These distances are ridiculous, but that's nothing compared to the distance between galaxies. The closest galaxy is Andromeda, which is 2.5 million light years away.
I don't know all the names of that.
Hopefully
they don't make me a dunce, but like Andromeda, I've never heard that a day in my life.
We're part of the local group of galaxies, roughly 10 million light years across. And that is inside the Virgo supercluster, which contains 100 galaxy clusters and made up of 10,000 galaxies, spanning 110 million light years.
I don't know which I like have more interest in, science or history. I know that's like random but not random, but like shit like this is that because science used to be like that subject that I was never the best at, but I had the most fun in. But in history, I was like pretty damn good at it. It's literally events that already happened, so we can kind of prove those facts. But history, I think, I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing to say, but I love learning Black history. I went up to the African American Museum like not too long ago. That shit was fun as fuck. And I fucks with history. I would say history 1A, science 1B. But either way, I just like these are like my two subjects in terms of like learning and hearing shit. So I'm saying that to say kind of to pardon myself because I don't want to be one of those reactors that don't say shit the entire time. And then it's like, oh, you just sat here and farmed some views. And on the Slept on Stage channel, I haven't done like my own I guess my own content per se, and since like games and stuff like that since letting you guys call me. But yeah, no, I'm just learning right now, nigga. I don't know what to
And that
I'm learning right now, so I don't know.
Supercluster, including the Virgo supercluster.
History is my favorite subject. Yeah, history is up there for me, bro.
All flowing toward a region known as the Great Attractor.
I used to fuck with math.
500 million light years across. Laniakea is one of the superclusters that makes up the Pisces-Cetus supercluster complex.
My God, what the hell?
It's a galaxy filament 1 billion light years long.
It looks like...
At this scale, the cosmos breaks down into filaments and voids, including the Bode's void, which is 300 million light years across.
Jesus.
Just pure emptiness. Beyond this is the cosmic web.
Looks like a brain.
Which is where our numbers break down.
Now I look like Jimmy
Neutron. The observable universe is
that shit like Jimmy Neutron having a brain blast.
Agreed to be about 93 billion light years across. Given the absurd scale that we're dealing with, one can only assume that the universe is filled with billions, even trillions of different planets harboring life.
Oh, without a doubt.
If there is even a millionth of a percentage chance that life could evolve in another star system, the number would still be, well, astronomical.
Right.
Arthur C. Clarke once said, quote, 2 possibilities exist. Either we are alone in the universe or we are not. Both are equally terrifying.
No, us being completely alone is scarier. I think that there is maybe not intelligent life form that talks like us, you know, has Twitch and shit like there, but like even the idea that there's a parallel verse where Sage is a girl or Sage is in a fucking factory or shit, maybe Kai is Sage and Sage is Kai, like whatever the case may be, like all of that stuff that's possible. I like there's no way we're the only intelligent life forms. I refuse to think that. Not saying I fully believe in like welcome to my planet aliens, but like space is too damn big for me to think there's no other life forms in the world. But in the event that is true, nigga, that's terrifying. We're the one place where people can even have this conversation. We're the one place where we have like definitions for speech. Like, no, that's insane. That is definitely scarier. Sure, the idea that there's welcome to your planet, or like Roger with a Ricky Spanish persona could just eviscerate us all is definitely scary. But like the opposite, oh hell no.
If the universe is teeming with life, that would mean that it's filled with potential hidden threats all around us.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
But it would also mean that we are not special.
Okay.
We do not have some privileged place in the universe.
Okay.
We are not the universe experiencing itself.
Sure, whatever.
We're just a really weird fluke of organic chemistry that happens from time to time.
Nice. That's probably what it's true.
Purpose.
Yeah, who cares?
If there's
Who made
no
us special?
life outside of Earth, then
God.
we are truly alone, floating in an infinite void, which would be, in the words of Ellie Arroway, a huge waste of space. It's such a waste of space, it feels unreal.
Type shit.
Perhaps a simulation?
Stop!
What if this really is just a massive game that creates itself as we explore the virtual universe? The further out we look, the more we see.
Here he goes. Don't do this shit, brother. No.
When Hubble took its deep field photo pointing at a tiny dark patch of sky and finding thousands of galaxies, maybe those galaxies literally didn't exist until we looked there.
Yeah. It's kind of like the theory that right now that there is not a chair and a bar behind me. But like, because I can glance at this camera and see it, or because I can turn my head and see it, it reappears. But in the event I'm looking straight ahead, there is not anything behind me. It's all a black void the second it is out of my vision.
Maybe.
Furthermore, man, I just refuse to believe I'm ass, bro. If I was in a simulation and this shit says start over, one, I wouldn't have chose me. I'd have chose somebody crazy. I'd have been Kanye and said even worse shit just to fuck with this save file. I'd have been Kanye and put that shit in. Y'all know how y'all be like, he made Through the Wire, he made College Dropout. I'd have put that shit in College Dropout. Hey, man, they're going to restart game anyway. I'd have been going crazy.
Maybe the structure of the universe didn't exist until we figured out how to map the cosmic microwave background radiation. Maybe you and I are just ones and zeros, and what we experience as consciousness is just a sim program.
Stop.
Just existing in a game.
Stop.
This is a popular theory, if maybe a little bananas. But
whoever
belief in it
playing
is
as a character me, don't get bored,
considering
nigga.
the equally baffling absurdity of the physical universe. There is a more elegant solution, though. One that allows for a universe teeming with life, but simultaneously seemingly void of life. But it's no less existentially terrifying.
Okay.
The term Great Filter speaks to the idea that basic life like single-cell bacteria might be common, but intelligent life encounters barriers that prevent it from existing everywhere. Some think the Great Filter occurs before intelligent life. For example, the evolution from single-celled organisms to multicellular organisms, that might be a Great Filter. After all, the Earth is 4.5 billion years old, and single-cell life began relatively early, some believe around 500 million years. But it wasn't until 1.6 billion years ago that multicellular life arose on Earth, meaning it took 2.5 billion years for life to make that jump.
Damn.
Perhaps this is such a remarkably rare event that it could be considered a Great Filter. Others suggest the Great Filter is something that still awaits us, that it occurs after intelligence evolves.
Okay.
Maybe because of a cataclysmic cosmic event.
Whoa.
Death of their star.
Whoa.
Maybe it's a predatory alien civilization.
Whoa.
Engaging in
Yo,
dark
stop, man.
forest gamesmanship. Or maybe because
I thought this was an educational video. What the fuck?
intelligent civilizations inevitably drain their own resources and wipe themselves out.
It's creeping me out.
Perhaps intelligence isn't the ultimate goal of evolution, but a mutation of it, a kind of cancer, a metastasis that requires an unsustainable consumption of resources that inevitably dies out. All of this is an overdramatic way of saying that maybe intelligent civilizations have a time limit. And if there's
I ain't gonna
anything
lie. All the shit aside, though, the biggest way of us meeting the woo, I'm convinced it's us. It's gonna be us that do it, bro. If that's the reason that I'm remembering everything in this save file, it's gonna be us for game over. It's gonna be another nigga that look like me. Just hitting a button he don't need to press, doing some shit he don't need to fucking do, and it's gonna be us, bro.
absurd as the space in the universe, it's the time of the universe.
Bro, he missing the plot. No, I
two
get
are
it. It's supposed to.
linked after all.
Space is way scarier than you think. I comprehend that.
The average lifetime of a species here on Earth is between 5 and 10 million years.
And she's talking about him. He just trying to
Intelligent
scare
life
me.
might fare better.
Yeah, him though. Life is way scarier than you. This nigga went the extra mile.
Or it might fare worse. But we can give ourselves the benefit of the doubt. Let's just say we last 10 million years. In the 13.8 billion year history of the universe, that is a line so thin, you can barely see it on the screen.
True.
Even if life was common, even if intelligent life were common, even if every single star system in the universe were capable of creating intelligent life at some point before that star system dies out, it is entirely plausible that all of those civilizations rose, conquered, and
went
ended
out.
at different windows in the universe.
Right.
And never knew that any of the others ever existed.
Yep.
We, in our tiny, inconsequential oasis of the universe, are only here for a fleeting amount of time.
Stop.
And all we have is each other against the vast, consuming darkness.
Hey, niggas be hating on each other every goddamn day. Shit crazy.
On Valentine's Day in 1990, the Voyager 1 spacecraft, well past the orbit of Neptune at this point,
Don't give Valentine's Day no aura, bruh.
took one last look back toward the inner solar system and snapped a picture. This picture held no scientific value. In it, there was nothing we could learn that we didn't already know. But in this photo, Voyager captured Earth from over 6 billion kilometers away, making it look like only a cluster of blue pixels.
Right.
Carl Sagan championed this photo and called it the pale blue dot. It is, in a sense, the most accurate photo of our species ever taken. In Carl's words, "From this distant vantage point, the Earth might not seem of any particular interest. But for us, it's different. Consider again that dot. That's here. That's home. That's us. On
This is the plot of Horton Hears a Who.
it, everyone you love, everyone you know, everyone you ever heard of, every human being who ever was, lived out their lives.
Type shit.
The aggregate of our joy and suffering, thousands of confident religions, ideologies, and economic doctrines, every hunter and forager, every hero
Nigga.
and coward,
This
every
is the
creator
plot
and
of Horton Hears a
destroyer of
Who.
civilization, every king and peasant, every young couple in love, every mother and father, hopeful
speck.
child, inventor and explorer, every teacher of morals, every corrupt politician, every superstar, every supreme leader, every saint and sinner in the history of our species lived there,
Right.
on a mote of dust suspended in a sunbeam. The Earth is a very small stage in a vast cosmic arena. Think of the rivers of blood spilled by all those generals and emperors so that in glory and triumph they could become the momentary masters of a fraction of a dot.
Right.
Think of the endless cruelties visited by the inhabitants of one corner of this pixel on the scarcely distinguishable inhabitants of some other corner.
Yeah, some of this
How
shit don't make no
frequent
damn
their
sense, don't it?
misunderstandings, how eager they are to kill one another, how fervent their hatreds. Our posturings, our imagined self-importance, the delusion that we have some privileged position in the universe are all challenged by this point of pale light.
Yep.
Our planet is a lonely speck in the enveloping cosmic dark.
I lonely
In our
child.
obscurity, in all this vastness, there is no hint that help will come from elsewhere to save us from ourselves.
Correct, because why would they?
The Earth is the only world known so far to harbor life. There is nowhere else, at least in the near future, to which our species could migrate. Visit, yes. Settle, not yet. Like it or not, for the moment, the Earth is where we make our stand.
Right.
It has been said that astronomy is a humbling and character-building experience. There is perhaps no better demonstration of the folly of human conceits than this distant image of our tiny world. To me, it underscores our responsibility to deal more kindly with one another and to preserve and cherish the pale blue dot, the only home we've ever known.
Type shit.
Space is scary, and yet we are drawn to it. It's the ultimate call of the void. And with a renewed interest in colonizing the moon and new telescopes like the Vera Rubin telescope,
I don't want niggas to try to take over the moon and shit. I feel like y'all gonna fuck it up.
we seek to expand our reach into the abyss. And maybe we'll get there.
I don't want to try this shit. I feel like I'm gonna fuck that shit up too.
Life expectancy. Maybe we'll expand through the cosmos and find new homes on other worlds near other stars. Because in an infinite universe, anything is possible.
We ain't even figured out Earth. We still ain't got to the bottom of the fucking ocean.
The expansive scale of our universe is beyond comprehension, but your comprehension skills are not beyond expanding when you dive into the scientific thinking course on brilliant.org.
Oh, absolutely not, twin. I fuck with you though. Look, man, this is fire. I fuck with that. I fuck with that. Outside of the trying to scare. I hit the button too early. Trying to scare me. Outside of that, that was a fire video. Sorry if my React battery just didn't seem up to par, but like I was intrigued. I ain't gonna front, but it was talking about some good shit, cool cadence and stuff. But let me know what you're afraid of in this life shit. Are you afraid of? Do you think ghosts are real? Do you believe in aliens? Is there some shit in that water? Because then I'm with you. But until then, take care, stay blessed, be kind to each other, man. Because we're just a speck. Horton head ass. Bye.